Oh, you thought Wake was bad? We got one of the greatest Drake disses of all time. What's going on, Hilltop Mafia? It's boy Knox Hill. We're back with our breakdown series. So today, man, listen, after I did that Wake breakdown, I've had mad requests for this one. You guys want me to go and dive back into Joe's first diss of Drake, Making a Murderer. A lot of people say this is one of the biggest Drake disses that ever dropped. This didn't get enough attention at the time, so we're going to give it that attention right here, right now. There's also Kendrick bars and layers in there too, so let's dive into this. But before we get any further, listen, if you like the hat that I'm wearing, if you like the shirt that I'm wearing, bars got to catch them all. knoxhilldmv.com. Go cop your merch. We got hats, we got shirts, we got hoodies, we got everything you need. If you want to support the channel, it all goes a long way. I'll put your links to get yours down there. But anyways, know what we're here for. Joe, step to the plate. See what you got.
I'm right here per your request, now you stuck in them shoes. No alliances with me can still fuck him too. Before we start, to the fans, I'm uncomfortable too. Stuck in the booth feeling like y'all cause I got love for the dude. But now my phone blowing up, they like what I'm gonna do. Show the world you shouldn't poke a man with nothing to lose. All of this just cause I wasn't in love with his views. Whatever happened, I just know they got me fucking confused.
My check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
I'm happy, I'm honored,
Wait a minute, not French Montana too.
Check.
Bro, Meek got it, French got it, Drake's getting it.
1, 2, 1, 2.
I forgot this. Did I even listen to this? I'm happy,
I'm honored, I'm honored to be around you, man. This is the first time. Yo, come on. Okay, so I can't be honest on your network here? I can't be honest to your fans and say I'm honored to be around you? We all used to listen to you, so I don't need to learn how to take compliments. Say that in vain, he's one of the best. You know that, right? What up? I said, don't say it in vain. You know he's one of the best. That's how Look, enough for the sentimental crap. Cool if you into that. Fuck all of these subs, who they intended at. I won't believe it's me without forensic facts. They don't normally mention black when penning they raps, but then I listen back. I heard a pinch of sass, tender ass. Said he come around, he gon' get pinned to grass. I come around with 8 inch of the mat. I'm a wordsmith for real, you thought Quentin was bad. You made me proud, lad, but it seems my child mad. With all the clap that he grabbed, it still doubts from his dad. Look, this ain't promotional, you just emotional. No doubt you got Starbucks, all is Joe in you. I part his rain.
Why did Joe stop rapping? Riddle me that. I mean, I'm telling you, man, like, this just goes in. Like, once he puts pressure on the neck, he does not let up. And he just punches and swings at you. And, like, it's not only that. It's the way he connects it, right? There's no non sequiturs. It's all connected. It's all laid out. The punches are well set up. The multi-syllable rhyme schemes throughout this as well. He's a lyrical MC, man, for a reason.
You just emotional. No doubt you got Starbucks, all is Joe in you. I part his rain lightning fast. Just what Joseph do. A black cloud all over the 6. Check the overview. You're so indirect. Shit wasn't real clear. Either Jimmy acting or he really miss a wheelchair. What he don't know is we the most kindred of souls. I should have did this 2 Kendricks ago. He was saying, well, let's get into the show, commence my role. For Joe to see boys to men, we at the end of the road. I figure he that close to his death to know the reaper. And fitted sweats and old sneakers to float ether. Gas cause he KO'd old Meek and them Joe's deeper. Quick to put extension to singer, that's Mo Isha. Nothing about Rick Slick, but show what it sees in my crush. From the same old piece as Mona Lisa. So how you calling out the lyrical gods? Your face light up when you see me talking miracle watts. Cause your words ain't saying a thing. I kill a gram without weighing a thing. Nigga, you baiting a king. Tell you the way to Golden State say it was team. Aubrey, you gotta make a shot. You won't play on the wing.
Let this man cook.
Yeah,
we got too much to. I can't let this get out of control. This is getting out of control. We got too much to break down, man.
No alliances
making me crack my voice like I just hit puberty or some shit.
I'm right here per your request. Now you stop.
I love how he opens, right? This beat, everything.
I'm right here per your request.
Waste no time. Start right away rapping. Don't even let it build. Just come in.
Now you stuck in them shoes. No alliances with me can still fuck him too. Before
you know, like, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Well, in this case, Joe's not doing that. It's still F Meek. I don't need to ally. To ally? Is that a word? I'm making up words now. This is what Joe's doing. He's fried my brain. But I don't need to make an alliance with Meek just because Meek has beef with Drake. I'll handle this on my own. You know what? F him. I love that time. I love how he sets the tone. That's a tone setter bar. He's letting you know what type of time he's on. the attitude he's going to approach this with. And also, we talked about this in the Wake breakdown, right? He heard 4 p.m. in Calabasas, and he felt like there were shots there. He felt like there were subtle indirects, and Drake has a history of this, of just always using subliminals. He's like, he's not the sixth god, he's a subliminal god, right? So Joe took that, and then all of a sudden it was the French Montana. Joe got word of that French Montana track, right? Pump, pump, pump it up. When Drake is trolling Joe's Pump It Up song, and then Drake has the lines about a one-hit wonder, right? In terms of timelines, these dropped before that, but Drake previewed it before Joe wrote these disses, and Joe had word, and apparently Joe had heard this, and that's why these disses were locked and loaded. But I'm pretty sure the French Montana Drake collab, which really makes the shots of Joe apparent, that came out after, but really, that is the shot that started all this. That's what led to all this. And that's why Joe's like, all right, you want me to fill these shoes? I'm stepping up to the plate.
Per your request, now you stuck in them shoes. No alliances
I'm
with
stuck in them shoes too. That track is No Shopping with French Montana that Drake's on.
me, can still fuck him too. Before we start, to the fans, I'm uncomfortable too. Stuck in the booth feeling like y'all, cause I got love for the dude. But now my phone blowing up, they like what I'm gonna do. Show the world you shouldn't poke a man with nothing to lose. All of this just cause I wasn't in love with his views. Whatever happened.
Nothing to lose. Love with his views. The 4-syllable schemes are nice. Love with his views. The album views, which for Joe is what started the beef because Joe talked bad about views and then Drake got in his feelings about it. Versus like Drake's views, just outlook on things. The doubles are smooth.
And I just know they got me fucking confused.
My check, my cake. 1, 2, 1, 2.
I'm happy, I'm honored, I'm
And there's your French Montana. Wait a minute.
honored to be around you, man. This is the first time. Yo, come on. Okay, so I can't be honest.
And this is that history, isn't it? Like, here's Drake yet again showing someone else love.
On your network.
Joe playing like a previous, interaction between them that he featured before.
I can't be honest to your fans and say I'm honored to be around you. We all used to listen to you, so I don't need to learn how to take compliments.
You got to learn how to take compliments. Like even there, like it's like passive aggressive Drake almost. Like he's trying to compliment the dude, and then he turns around almost like speaking from a position of authority to Joe. Like you got to learn how to do this. I'm telling you what to do. Even then, Drake is showing just that side of him that rubs people the wrong way.
You say that in vain. He's one of the best. You know that, right? What up? I said, don't say it in vain. You know he's one of the best.
Use your button.
Look, enough of the sentimental crap. Cool if
And even Joe says enough of the sentimental crap. And that for me is layered because he's talking about that interview. And Drake's getting kind of sentimental, trying to big Joe up. And we know Joe gets raw. Joe can get sentimental. But that's not fully Joe. That's one piece of Joe, right? But also I take it as trolling Drake for all the sentimental tracks and sentimental crap that he puts out. This is rap right now. This is hip hop and this is a battle, you know?
Use your button.
Look, enough of the sentimental crap. Cool if you into that. Fuck all of these subs, who they intended at.
There it is. What's up with all these sub disses? When you say a sub, we mean like a sneak diss, a subliminal diss. Subliminal. So right there, what's up with all these subliminals, right? Do I gotta like pull forensics to see if you're firing at me, if you're not firing at me?
Mental crap, cool if you into that. Fuck all of these subs, who they intended at. I won't believe it's me without forensic facts. They don't normally mention black when penning they raps, but then I
Don't normally mention black. I take it as like a cup of Joe, cup of coffee, cup of black, right? They don't want to go back to back with Joe, right? He's bitter. He's like that black cup of coffee that you don't have with milk or sugar and nothing in it. Just have that straight. You gonna get these bitter bars right now.
This me without forensic facts. They don't normally mention black when penning they raps, but then I listen back. I heard a pinch of sass, tender ass. Said he come around, he gon' get pinned to grass. I come around with 8 inch of the mat.
Tender ass, right? He gonna get pinned to grass, right? I take that as a Teddy Pendergrass bar, right? Calling Drake a singer. We know he likes his R&B, so he's going to use that, but also he'll get pinned to the grass. We're going to pin his ass to the dirt. That's a smooth flip right there, and he's like a teddy bear.
Ass tender ass, said he come around, he gon' get pinned to grass. I come around with 8 inch of the mat. I'm a wordsmith for real, you thought Quentin was bad. You made me proud.
I'm a wordsmith for real. You thought Quentin was bad. Yo, you getting a shout out again? Shout out to the ghostwriters in the world. We all know the Meek Mill, Drake situation. Meek saying Drake had ghostwriters. Then that Quentin Miller reference track gets leaked for Drake. right? Showing that Quentin Miller and causing a lot of people to think Quentin Miller's been writing for Drake. And you thought Quentin Miller was dope because you use him as your writer? Wait till you get a dose of me.
Around with 8 inch of the mat. I'm a wordsmith for real. You thought Quentin was bad. You made me proud, lad. But it seems my child mad with all the clap that he grabbed. It's still doubts from his dad. Look, this ain't promotional. You just emotional. No doubt.
This ain't promotional. I'm not doing it to promote anything. You're just getting emotional right now.
It's still doubts from his dad. Look, this ain't promotional. You just emotional. No doubt you got Starbucks. All is showing you. Our parties rain like
Starbucks. No doubt you got Starbucks. You got that star money. Bucks, dollars, Starbucks versus Starbucks cup of coffee. All that Joe in you, right? Because you getting it off of me because he was setting it up before with the basically I'm sunning you type of bars, right? You was inspired by me. That's why I played the clip of the interview earlier. You see how he's lining out and patterning this diss track right now, right? Just leading you to different spots and different conclusions. And right here, it's like, you're inspired by me. You're showing me love. I'm sunning you right now. No wonder you got all this Joe in you. You should thank me for where you are. All those Starbucks that you're making versus Starbucks cup of coffee flip. And even deeper than that, there was that famous Drake Starbucks meme as well. The Drake hands.
I'm a wordsmith for real. You thought Quentin was bad. You made me proud, lad. But it seems my child mad with all the clap that he grabbed. It's still doubts from his dad. Look, this ain't promotional. You just emotional. No doubt you got Starbucks. All is showing you. Our parties rain lightning fast. Just what Joseph do. A black cloud all over us. All is showing you. Our parties rain lightning fast. Just what Joseph do. A black cloud all over the 6. Check the over.
Right. Black cloud over the 6. Parties rain. Lightning flash. What Joseph will do. I think there's more layers to that. There's a biblical bar I hear right there. Like Joseph in the Bible. Right? Miracles. Parting. Rain. Versus to me. Joseph Bible. We know Joe Budden. And then flip it into rain. I hear a P Rain bar right there. P Rain, the rapper, who's been on tracks with Drake before. Well, P Rain, rapper, singer, does it all. And P Rain is also from the 6. Hence the 6 setup, bars, Canadian connection. And then instead of Joe, he says Joseph. So for me, not just biblical bars, but could be like a Corey Joseph. Like him and P Rain are tight. You got the 6 connection right there, all tying in with Drake. Smooth flips what he's doing right now.
Parties rain lightning fast. Just what Joseph do. A black cloud all over the.
Right, like the reign of Drake. The kingdom of Drake. His reign. R-E-I-G-N. Versus parting the rain, like rain clouds and making it rain, his success. There's a lot of wordplay pumped into this, man.
Check the overview. You're so indirect. Shit wasn't real clear. Either Jimmy acting or he really missed a wheelchair. What he don't.
I mean, that was a hard bar. Y'all can easily catch that one, right? Either Jimmy acting or he's missing his wheelchair Jimmy because his character got shot in a school shooting on Degrassi. Come on, Joe's implying he's gonna put him back in that wheelchair.
That shit wasn't real clear. Either Jimmy acting or he really missed a wheelchair. What he don't know is we the most kindred of souls. I should have did this 2 Kendricks ago. You want to sing? Well, let's get into the show.
We kindred of souls. I'm the one who started this being vulnerable and being okay with that and starting that movement, right? That's what we're kindred souls. And I should have done it 2 Kendricks ago. Here it is again. Here's those connections. Those who don't see the dots connecting to why the Kendrick and Drake beef culminated into what it did. There has been hatred and animosity and beef for a long time, and Joe is recognizing it, shouting it out even back then. 2 Kendricks ago. I take that as 2 Kendrick disses, right? The Control verse that started everything that Drake was so upset about, right? That he got in his feelings about. I should have done this back when he did Control because Joe responded to Kendrick and his Control with Joe's Control freestyle and got some love from Kendrick. But then also Kendrick on the BET freestyle, dissing Drake as well, taking shots there. I should have done it 2 Kendricks ago. I should have gone Kendrick. This is Joe's Meet the Grams right now. Come on.
Real clear, either Jimmy acting or he really missed a wheelchair. What he don't know is we the most kindred of souls. I should have did this 2 Kendricks ago. You want to sing? Well, let's get into the show. Commence my road. For Joe to see boys to men, we at the end of the road. I figure
for Joe to see boys to men. Again, he's sunning him, watching you turn from a boy to a man, but also the group, Boys to Men. They put out some bangers, including End of the Road. This is the end of the road for you, Drake. Watching you turn from boys to men, but I've been sunning you. I've been sitting on the sidelines the whole time. And then for Joe to see. Also, more singing, shout outs, Joe to see. Because this is what Drake does, right? He's putting him in this box of, you're a singer. You're going up against a real lyricist right now, and he's using all these clever wordplays and tactics, just flipping different singer shout-outs and schemes, man, in the R&B. Come on.
End of the show, commence my role. For Joe to see boys to men, we at the end of the road. I figure he that close to his death to know the reaper. The fitted sweats and old sneakers to flow ether. Gas cause he can't.
Shout out to Nas, shout out to Ether. His flow is Ether. He's in the old sweats and the fitteds, man. Cause he's an OG, right?
To his death to know the reaper. The fitted sweats and old sneakers to flow ether. Gas cause he can't. Old meek and I'm Joe deeper. Quick to put extension to singer, that's Moesha.
Gas cause he KO'd old Mika, right? Is that Meek Mills? And you know how like you would take celebrity names like a celebrity couple and you would like amalgamate them together, right? So in this case, Meek Mills and Onika, Nicki Minaj. So Mika, gas cause he beat both of them, and that feels like a little bit of a diss to Nicki as well.
To his death to know the reaper, the fitted sweats and old sneakers to flow ether. Gas cause he can't old meek and I'm Joe deeper. Quick to put extension to singer, that's Moesha. Nothing about
Moesha. Who used to watch Moesha, man? That was WB50 back in the day. You had to get the little satellite ears and all that. Come on, Moesha. Shout out to Brandy, man. Brandy put out some fucking hits too. But obviously on Moesha, like she wore the extensions, right? Versus he's gonna put the extension in, pop. How you feeling?
Quick to put extension to singer, that's Moesha. Nothing about Rick Slick, but show
extension into singer, right? Cause Moesha, Brandy is a singer wearing extensions versus he's calling Drake a singer. He's gonna put extensions into Drake.
Deeper, quick to put extension to singer, that's Moesha. Nothing about Rick Slick, but show what it sees in my crust from the
so many bars. Slow down, Joe. Nothing about Rick Slick. Shout out to Slick Rick, and then he's got the Mona Lisa scheme incoming.
Singer, that's Moesha. Nothing about Rick Slick, but show what it sees in my crust from the same old pieces, Mona Lisa.
Show us the Caesar, right? Flipping Caesar. Italy, Mona Lisa, taking us back there. So you have all those connections with the punchline, but then also like rocking the Caesar cuts, right? Drake, especially in his earlier mixtape Drizzy days, October's very own, he always rocked the Caesar type cuts as well. But also Lil Caesar's Pizza, which sets up the pizza bars.
Show what it sees in my crust from the same old pieces.
My crust from the same old pizza.
Nothing about Rick Slick, but
like, this is where I'm from. I'm an OG. So he flips the pizza crust scheme, shouts out Slick Rick, which sets up the Slick Rick who had a song, Mona Lisa, where he talked about going out for a slice of pizza. There's levels and layers, man.
Show what it sees in my crust from the same old pieces, Mona Lisa. So how you calling out the lyrical gods? Your face light up when you see me talking miracle watts, cause your words ain't saying a thing.
Right, obviously watts, lights, your face light up when you see me talking miracle watts, but also that was an influencer. That was, you know, a girl that Drake was shouting out, getting with, so he's flipping the miracle watts. Now, what if he's saying he was with Miracle first too?
God, your face light up when you see me talking miracle watts, cause your words ain't saying a thing. I kill a gram without weighing a thing, nigga. You
obviously a kilogram, right? We don't really use kilograms in the USA, but shout out to the European brethren, right? Kilogram, measuring unit for weight without weighing a thing versus I kill a gram. Aubrey Graham.
Watts, cause your words ain't saying a thing. I kill a gram without weighing a thing, nigga. You baiting the king. Tell you the way to go and stay safe. It was team Aubrey. You gotta make a shot. You won't play on the wing.
I guess they're talking about, because we're going back, because obviously Golden State's flipped it, but the king has to be LeBron James and has to be that NBA final when Cleveland beat Golden State. The first one, right? Yeah, it's gotta be. It's gotta be, right? You gotta make your shots from the wing versus Aubrey. What you taking shots at me for? In the wing, tying in with the Al, who's getting murdered on this in the album cover, Ovi Ho right now. But I take the king as Joe being the king. Golden State, and he's flipping the basketball bars into the disc bars and all these shots that Drake is taking. Make sure you hit it, man. If you want to walk away with the ship, you gotta make those shots. Gotta make those shots, Drizzy.
I kill a gram without weighing a thing, nigga. You baiting the king. Tell you the way to go and stay safe. It was team Aubrey. You gotta make a shot. You won't play on the wing.
Wow.
Yeah, mic check 1 2 1 2.
Call me a murderer. I never duck, just
I was dense.
I'm in.
Just packed full of bars.
Never miss me and never call me a murderer. There's some truth in that saying.
How's everybody feeling out there?
Nobody seen nothing. Nobody seen nothing.
Look here, I just spit the facts, raising aristocrat. Shooters hurt them words, wanna get rid of that. When they roll up, bet dude won't wanna live his rap. So see the 6 upside down and wanna switch it back. Wrath of a God sinner, I'm too real, I bet you star tender. I bet a mill, I bet a star tender. But since the OG's hove, here's what I wanna know. Ain't no real niggas allowed to fuck where I wanna go. That's thinking back to Jay, now let's get back to Drake. Both too big to respond to all I have to say. Still with all their success and all their accolades, the universe makes it so they come right back to me. Here's a reminder that we go way back. I mean, you know, for me the kid is practice over. I make these words flip as if they practice yoga. Okay, practice over, back to blacklist. Over, nothing personal. It's Red Reddington, Sean. I don't work for you, still I'm doing the work for you. Payback, why is your reimbursing you? Metal wall behind his face, Sprite commercial. You might have made a mistake out of this one. Can't Bell Biv DeVoe your way out of this one, nah. So on your damn campaign, the hammers rang. I just bought a new edition, you can't stay in the rain. Y'all say this soft nigga hard and that I can't explain. Y'all think he's so for real, I see candy rain. So when you sub real MCs, you get murdered. And since you signed to 5 Guys, makes you a burger.
I never duck just.
God damn. This is wild. This is why what? I really don't remember this one well. Like this needs to be talked about so much more. Like this is one of the most lethal Drake disses, and Joe just absolutely snapped on this one.
OG's hove.
I enjoyed Wake, but this to me, this is above Wake.
Shooters hurt them words, wanna get rid of that. When they roll up, bet dude won't wanna live his rap. So see the 6 upside down and wanna switch it back.
See the 6 upside down. Drake talked about flipping the 6 upside down. 9s, right? Versus, like, you're gonna see a 9mm. And then what's gonna happen? You're not gonna live those raps. All that mafioso style. You trying to be Mr. Mob Guy now. Let's remind you of your lane. You're a singer, right? Get back to the emotional shit.
That bet dude won't wanna live his rap. So see the 6 upside down and wanna switch it back. Wrath of a God sinner, I'm too real, I bet you start.
God Center. Drake calls himself the 6 God.
Upside down and wanna switch it back. Wrath of a God sinner, I'm too real, I bet you star tender. I bet a mill, I bet a star tender. But since the OG,
I bet you start Tinder, right? Because you're so desperate for all the hookups, you might as well go on Tinder, right? And I'm looking at a star who's very tender right now. You're really getting in your feelings. You're looking like a fragile op.
I'm too real, I bet you star tender. I bet a mill, I bet a star tender.
I bet a mill, I bet a star tender, right? That for me, that's deeper, isn't it? That's more New York bars, right? Because you had starlets and like bartenders and starlets, star tenders, right? And there was a number of like influencers. Bernice what was her name? I can't remember her name, but anyway, she was one who was hooking up with Drake, who was a star tender and an influencer, and there were a number at the time. So I bet we could run through this. I'm gonna start checking the body counts here. And again, I just wonder if Joe's suggesting other things as well.
Dude won't wanna live his rap, so see the 6 upside down and wanna switch it back. Wrath of a God sinner, I'm too real, I bet you star tender. I bet a mill, I bet a star tender. But since the OG's hove, here's what I wanna know. Ain't no real niggas allowed to fuck where I wanna go.
That's an All the Way Up remix, right? That's Hove talking about, you know, the real ones, right? And no room besides him, basically. And Hove, just typical Hove ego bars. But we know that there's history there between Joe and between Jay. Because for Joe, at the time, right, he had Pump It Up. Joe's escalated. He's rising. Hell, man, I remember playing that Madden soundtrack and Pump It Up. Michael Vick back in those days. Let's go. Anyways, I'm walking down memory lane. But like Jay-Z came into Def Jam and was the president. And during his stretch, Joe felt like he got shelved. He didn't get the push from Def Jam that he thought he deserved because he felt like his momentum was going this way. And all of a sudden, Jay comes through, puts in his people, and just stops Joe. And that's where that friction came. And Joe eventually got out of that contract. But, you know, Jay was very influential. Like, you want to point fingers. Joe's pointing them at Jay, and for a reason.
Sinner, I'm too real, I bet you star tender. I bet a mill, I bet a star tender. But since the OG's hove, here's what I want to know. Ain't no real niggas allowed to fuck where I want to go. That's thinking back to Jay. Now let's get back to Drake. Both too big to respond to all I have to say.
That's it. Let's go back to Jay. Let's go back to Drake. What's interesting is that there's another example of Drake and someone he used to give flowers to. He used to shout out, and then he turns around and starts sending a bunch of subliminals, indirects at Jay-Z. Typical Drake maneuver.
Back to Jay. Now let's get back to Drake. Both too big to respond to all I have to say. Still with all their success and all their accolades.
Hang on, I think I lost this for a second. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Keep it running.
Both too big to respond to all I have to say. Still with all this success and all the accolades, the universe makes it so they come right back to me.
I mean, Jay has sent some shots at Joe, right? He's made a couple. Like, you could argue Jay's been sending sublims and he was indirect in a lot of his ways, but I felt like there was enough breadcrumbs so we all know who he was dissing. But he's saying, like, they never drop actual diss tracks, did they? Right? Because they're too big. That's what they have in common. Let's look at my enemies right now.
All the success and all the accolades, the universe makes it so they come right back to me. It's a reminder that we go way back. I mean, you know, for me, the kid is practice over. I make these words.
The kid is practice. The boy is practice. I'm just warming up with Drake. I haven't forgotten about you. We go way back. I've not forgiven you for what you've done. Your reckoning's coming soon. Ooh.
Reminder that we go way back. I mean, you know, for me, the kid is practice over. I make these words flip as if they practice yoga.
Nice.
Practice over, back to blacklist, over. Nothing personal.
And that's it. Back to Blacklist, Hova. Right? And he's got the TV series Blacklist. Hang on, let's let it run and then explain the bar better.
It's yoga, okay, practice over, back to blacklist, over. Nothing personal. It's Red Reddington, Sean. I don't work for you, still I'm doing.
It's Red Reddington, Sean. I don't work for you because I got out of my contract. I don't work for you, Sean Carter, anymore. Jay-Z. I don't work for you. But also Blacklist, Red Reddington. He never worked for the feds. He more so used the feds as his tool to get back at people on his personal blacklist. And Jay-Z blacklisted Joe when Joe was at Def Jam. He's flipping.
Over, nothing personal. It's Red Reddington, Sean. I don't work for you, still I'm doing the work for you. Payback, why?
I don't work for you, but still I'm doing the work for you. That's just a battle rap bar that I love, man. Just that flipping of it. Wordsmith.
It's Red Reddington, Sean. I don't work for you, still I'm doing the work for you. Payback, why is your reimbursing you? Metal all behind his face, Sprite commercial you might have made.
Metal all behind his face, Sprite commercial you. Drake had that Sprite commercial, right? When he's like in the booth, can't really get his words out. He's not feeling it. Then he drinks that Sprite. And then it's like his whole image just like breaks down. And you see like, it's almost like he's a robot. He's AI. You want to talk about label and cloning theory. I mean, Sprite was pushing it subconsciously to us all, but then he drinks it, he gets refreshed, and then he goes in and delivers forever, right? So he's putting metal behind him because he's going to wire his jaw, right? So he's giving him payback for Jay-Z. He's basically doing Jay-Z's work because Drake is running around dissing Jay-Z. Jay-Z's not responding. Joe's like, you know what? I got you. Even though you're my enemy too, I'll sort this.
Sure, reimbursing you. Metal all behind his face. Sprite commercial.
Even the metal all behind his face. Come on. Come on. The man is flipping like crazy. That's a bar.
I made a mistake out of this one. Can't Bell Biv DeVoe your way out of this one. Nah.
Bell Biv DeVoe. And he sets it up because he's got New Edition. Bell Biv DeVoe spun off from New Edition. More R&B groups. You can't sing your way out of this, Drizzy.
Might have made a mistake out of this one. Can't Bell Biv DeVoe your way out of this one. Nah, someone your damn campaign, the hammers rang. I just bought a New Edition. You can't stay in the rain. Y'all say this soft nigga hard and that I can't explain.
Can't stand the rain. Again, New Edition song shout out, but you can't stand the rain of what I'm bringing down. I just bought a New Edition. You ready for it?
Just bought a New Edition. You can't stay in the rain. Y'all say this soft nigga hard and that I can't explain.
Y'all say this soft hard. I can't explain it. And you see the angles, because you see the angles that Joe patterns out. Kendrick Lamar also takes those angles too.
A New Edition.
Pusha T as well.
Can't stay in the rain. Y'all say this soft.
How can he sing? How can he be like this and then turn around and be so hard and everybody applauds him for both? Which is it? You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Nigga hard and that I can't explain. Y'all think he's so for real. I see candy rain. So every when you.
That's a ridiculous bar. I've heard that before, right? So for real, Candy Rain, their song, another R&B group. There we go again. But so for real. He's so for real because he's saying that Drake's fake, right?
Hard and that I can't explain. Y'all think he's so for real. I see candy.
Y'all think he's so for real. All I see is him being Candy. And you know another MC who called Drake soft and called him Candy? Common? Shout out to Common, man. He's unleashed some lethal disses over the years. You know what I'm talking about. We still got to do a breakdown of that Ice Cube diss. Anyways, I'm walking back. I got mad love for Chi-Town. I got mad love for Common as well. But also the Candy Rain, so for real. And then you think he's for real, but really he's made of candy. Come on.
Hey, y'all say this soft nigga hard and that I can't explain. Y'all think he's so for real. I see candy rain. So every when you sub real MCs, you get murdered. And since you signed to Five Guys, makes you a burger.
I never duck just.
He signed to Five Guys. That's like Pusha T's angle. Like, how many dudes are you signed to? Because you signed Lil Wayne, who signed to Birdman, who's then signed to this part of this part, and how many? It's like an orgy of who's running the show, basically. You have no control. Shout out to Kendrick.
And since you signed to Five Guys, make sure you burger.
And also, I'm ready to get a Five Guys burger right now. I'm gonna turn you. You want this beef? I'm gonna push you through it right now. We gonna break you down. Don't worry.
I never duck, just spray. I may never miss the aim. Never call me a murderer.
So many bars.
Nobody see nothing.
Real quick.
Nobody see nothing.
And even this, like, call me a murderer, making a murderer. You know the Netflix series Making a Murderer? Did he do it? Did he not do it? Let me know if you've seen the series. Do you think he's innocent or do you think he's guilty? Comment down below. But anyways, Joe shouting out that series, but going, because of all these situations, you're going to turn me into one. You're going to make me a murderer. And I'm lyrically killing you. This is assassination on the track.
Be a murderer. Nobody see nothing.
Real quick.
Nobody see nothing.
I don't want to talk too
long.
I think you misconstrued the boundaries of this relationship and this friendship, which in turn has caused me to do the exact same thing. I don't understand how you niggas, or how you in particular, how you can fuck shorty, and I dap you and say you a real nigga, and I critique your album and all of a sudden we sensitive. I don't understand how you new niggas work. Maybe I'm out of touch with the rules of today's society. I'm clear on all that.
Joe's got to be talking about his girl, right? Joe's got, because that was 4 p.m. in Calabasas, and that's when Drake was hinting at, you know, because this is another Drake tactic. Like, he gets with other rappers' girls, and then he uses it as a flex. And Joe's going, hang on a second. Like, what are the rules here? Because you're running around doing this. I had no issues. All of a sudden, just because I say one little critique and I just give my opinion on your album, this is how you're going to act? Like, pot in the kettle right here. You're a hypocrite.
Sudden we sensitive. I don't understand how you new niggas work. Maybe I'm out of touch with the rules of today's society. I'm clear on all that. But let me paint who I am before I allow another nigga to do it for me. I'm from the school of pussy don't get me punch drunk. Maybe it's different in the city you come from. Look, I'm from the school of these hoes belong to everybody. No celeb exempt, goes for everybody. So when I seen you fuck shorty, not a bitter bone in me. I ain't think I had to handle the plan, said I'm aware. Have fun, understand that it's fam. Told that to you and not her, that's just the man that I am, my nigga. Kids got no respect.
Told it to you. He's talking about Tahiri Jose, right? Didn't he propose to her too? So like when I saw you with her, it's fine. I even said, it's good, man. And he's kind of dissing her too, because it's like, hey, hoes are going to be hoes, right? That she belongs to the streets.
A bitter bone in me. I ain't think I had to handle the plan, said I'm aware. Have fun, understand that it's fam. Told that to you and not her.
There's so much packed in the diss. I feel like obviously I enjoyed Wake, but you just need this. This is it right here. This is kill shot.
That's just the man that I am, my nigga. Kids got no respect. All cause you call me for the whole check on every hoe you check. That makes sense. Bad bitches, that's what Joe do best. And I
called me for the hoe check on every hoe you checked.
The whole check on every hoe you check.
Let me get that hoe check real quick. What's she like?
That makes sense. Bad bitches, that's what Joe do best. And I was the man around these parts when they ain't know you yet. Which kinda makes me your OG in Toronto. And I ain't charged once, that's for free in Toronto. I'm unsure how that came to be in Toronto. Nigga, I don't even be in Toronto. When it rains, it pours. All that mean dog, please get a poncho. Subs fell short like a free throw from Rondo. So Rudy Gay so mean with all the button threats. As soon as we shoot at King, DeMarcus Cousins next. This shit is truly a movie. You started a trend being a groupie for groupies. Me, I should have had Bria in the coop and outer way before you ever wrote an interlude about her. So who you playing with, clown? I'm first shift at the bars. Only means I already made them rounds. But they say that he the best MC and best flower. He cook better than me, but you love my leftovers. Fire the kill shot, the fire's still hot. Word to your Versace velours, the Kyra still got. You playing chess with the chrome of the pump. Let it blast, check her pass. Should've known from the jump. So whatever you want, roll. Executives got your soul. Sedatives, I'm repetitive with those. Records show for regular Joe. Selling records was never the go. I never sold records. I kept records of what was sold. Might have made a mistake out of this one. Days long, can't trace songs your way out of this one. So don't worry yourself. And before I go, fuck a record label. I appear courtesy of myself. It's Joe.
That's a cannabis shout out at the end there. I appear courtesy of myself. Wow. Throw those headphones off. That was fire in the booth. We got more to break down. Wow.
In Toronto, and I ain't charged once, that's for free in Toronto.
Basically saying again, I'm sunning you. I'm running the 6 right now. And all these girls that you brag about that you seem to be addicted to, I was with them first. So you really want to flex on 4 p.m. in Calabasas and go, look, I fucked your girl. Well, guess what? I got a list. I got a list the other way around. What's up, my Eskimo brother?
I'm unsure how that came to be in Toronto, nigga. I don't even be in Toronto. When it rains, it pours. All that mean dog, please get a poncho. Subs fell short like a free throw from Rondo. So
subs fell short. Your little subliminal disses, obviously rain to poncho. You reign like a king. He's flipping the rain again. That little double entendre is smooth. But then Rondo used to play for the Sacramento Kings. And he flips the king bars here in a second. And he shouts out the big 3 at the time. The big 3 at the time. Oh, man, we're having flashbacks right now. DeMarcus Cousins from Kentucky. Rudy Gay from UConn. But those of you who don't know the Rudy Gay bars, let's get to it. And then let's break it down. Because shout out to MD. Shout out to the home team. The home team.
That mean dog, please get a punch.
And yeah, Rondo sucked at the free throw line.
Nigga, I don't even be in Toronto. When it rains, it pours. All that mean dog, please get a poncho. Subs fell short like a free throw from Rondo. So Rudy Gay, so mean with all the button threats. Is
so rude, he's gay. But also, he flips that into a Rudy Gay. Sacramento Kings. Rudy Gay, I said from B-More, man. Shout out to Rudy. Shout out to Rudy. It's been a minute. It's been a long time. But back in the day, I've played with Rudy before, right? I've also freestyled for Rudy. He's seen me in a battle as well, man. Shout out to Rudy. Rudy's a legend. Rudy's a Maryland legend. That's all I'm gonna say.
So when it rains, it pours. All that mean dog, please get a poncho. Subs fell short like a free throw from Rondo. So Rudy Gay, so mean with all the button threats. As soon as we shoot at King, DeMarcus Cousins next.
As soon as we shoot at King, right? We're going to take the King down. And he sets it up with the rain bars before that. The reign of the King versus shoot at King to mark his cousin next. We coming for his cousin. We coming for the whole family. But also DeMarcus Cousins.
So mean with all the button threats. As soon as we shoot at King, DeMarcus Cousins next. The shit is truly a movie. You started a trend being a groupie for groupies.
You started a trend being a groupie for groupies. I love that bar.
The shit is truly a movie.
You gotta stop putting all this on a pedestal, man. You gotta stop. I never did, and that's why he sets it up. I never put pussy on a pedestal, right? It never mattered to me. But because all this matters so much to you, that's why this is your flex on me. And that's why this is your angle of how you want to diss me. I'm going to dismiss it all right here in this verse.
Started a trend being a groupie for groupies. Me, I should have had Bria in the coop and outer way before you ever wrote an interlude about her.
Talking about Bria's interlude, Bria Miles, but Joe was with Bria first, right? There you go.
Should have had Bria in the coop and outer way before you ever wrote an interlude about her. So who you playing with, clown? I'm first shift at the bars. Only means I already made them rounds. But they say
made them rounds, right? Rounds at a bar. I'm ordering a round versus obviously the bars that he's giving you, that he's spitting, and he's giving you these rounds and he's firing. Also, bullets, rounds. Come on.
He the best MC and best flow. He cook better than me, but you love my leftovers.
He cooked better. Yeah, y'all saying he's so good at flowing, right? He's cooking right now, but guess what? He's enjoying my leftovers, right? These are seconds, and that's layered to me because look at one of the big points and angles on this. He's sunning him. Drake was inspired by me. So basically, he's a copy of me. So he's enjoying my leftovers. So thank me later for that. See what I did there? But then also, leftovers, because he's talking about these girls. I've been with all these girls first. Enjoy my leftovers there as well. And then enjoy what you're cooking on the track. Flipping it into leftovers, the literal meaning of it. That's a smooth triple.
Fire the kill shot. The fire's still hot. Better than me.
And there is kill shot right there.
But you love my leftovers.
Better than me, but you love my leftovers. Like, just when it gets all just like raspy in the voice and really like, it's like a battle rap, right? The way he leans into these punchlines and then just like over accentuates and gets really aggressive at the end of the bar to just make that punchline get a little bit more grit to it.
Be the best MC and best flow. He cook better than me, but you love my leftovers. Fire the kill shot. The fire's still hot. Word to your Versace velours that Kyra still got.
Your Versace velours that Kyra still got. Another chick you've been with. And I wonder if he's saying I've been with her first too.
Kill shot. The fire's still hot.
I'm rocking those Versace.
Word to your Versace velours that Kyra still got. You playing chess with the chrome of the pump. Let it blast. Checkered pass. Should've known from the jump. So whatever you
should have known from the jump. Checkered pass. Why? Because in checkers, you jump, don't you? You can jump other pieces. Versus known from the jump, known from the get-go, but also he flips it. You're acting like you're playing checkers, like you're this big genius. But really, when you face the chrome, when you face the gun, I'm gonna make this short and sweet, right? You wanna take it to the streets, we're gonna flip it in a different way. Versus once I do that, I'm gonna break down your checkered past. Because there's some things I want to call into question, having a checkered past. And then obviously breaking it down. You think you're playing chess, but really, I'll break you down into checkers. Smooth.
Chest with the chrome of the pump, let it blast, checker pass, should've known from the jump. So whatever you want, roll, executives got your soul, sedatives, I'm
Executives got your soul. And then he's going to make a little shout out to being independent, baby.
repetitive with those records show for regular Joe, selling records was never the go, I never saw.
For regular Joes.
I'm repetitive.
Being a regular versus someone being a regular Joe. Come on, Joe. Flip it.
With those records show for regular Joe, selling records was never the go, I never sold records, I kept records of what I sold.
I never sold records. I kept records of what I sold. Because especially at this time, like there was that huge break and rift between Lil Wayne and between Birdman, and Wayne saying that Birdman and Cash Money owed Young Money a shit ton of money, and that Nicki Minaj wasn't getting paid, Drake wasn't getting paid, so keeping records of what was sold. That's what he's implying there. Like, you are controlled by all these puppet masters above you, and you ain't even getting paid properly for it all. You need to keep track of all the records and what's going on, man. Count those numbers.
Don't selling records was never the go.
Even though you're obsessed with record sales, because that's how you move. And see some of the angles again. Kendrick has definitely heard these Joe Budden disses, studied them. Because Kendrick, again, he enjoys battle rap too. I guarantee you he heard this. He heard Pusha T's disses as well. Probably took in the Meek Mill disses and angles. But like right there, like one of Kendrick's bigger critiques is you solely move for the numbers. You move for the record sales. I stand for something different. Well, this is the angle that Budden is taking right here on the tail end of this verse.
Never sold records, I kept records of what I sold. Might have made a mistake out of this one, days long. Can't trace songs your way out of this one, so don't
I mean, Trey Songz and Days Long, shout out. Come on, man. Another singer.
worry yourself. And before I go,
You can't sing your way out of this.
days long. Can't trace songs your way out of this one, so don't worry yourself. And before I go, fuck a record label. I appear courtesy of myself, Joe.
Take shots at the label too, just labels in general. I mean, that was raw. 6 minutes of just raw dogging Drake. And that's how babies are made. He wasn't just making a murderer. He was a murderer on that. I mean, that was such a thorough lyrical assassination, right? And I love the bars. I mean, he packed everything into that for me. And the delivery, the grit, the aggression. It was controlled. It was composed. It was on point, though. Throughout that. One of the best Drake disses I've heard. Far and away. Joe Budden, making a murderer. You were Knox Hill certified. Hope you guys like today's video. Listen, for some reason you're here at the end. Obviously enjoying the content. Do me a huge favor. Support the channel directly. Subscribe, notifications on. Really does go a long way. Also, don't forget to copy your merch. knoxhillmusic.com. We got hats. We got shirts, bars. Got to catch them all. If you like what you see, if you want to support, go rep the brand. Go get your merch. Go get it out there. It all goes a long way. I'll put all links down there. All right, everyone. Stay safe. Stay positive. It's only Knox Hill. You know I'll catch you again.
Sit down, sit down. Like, wow, how we do it like that? Like, wow, how we do it like that? Like, wow.